Hello everybody and Merry Christmas, or at least Happy December 7th. I'm Justin from Playing Board Games, and today I have an exciting list video for all of you where I'm going to share 10 Christmas gift ideas for Arkham players. 'Tis the season! I'm wearing my Christmas shirt, I have my Christmas lights, Finn is wearing his Christmas hat, so I thought, well actually Travis thought this is a Travis video idea. It'd be good to do a video where we talk about Christmas gift ideas for Arkham players. So I actually have a bunch of things here we're going to talk about. You can find all of the relevant links to all of these things down in the video description because there are a lot of them and it is kind of a doozy. So why don't we dive in and get to our first one here, which is, I should probably do time codes for this, which is premium chaos tokens. So for this one, this is probably the component that, in my opinion, is the one that when you upgrade, you will feel the most of. I mean this both literally and emotionally, because you're going to be interacting with the Chaos Bags a lot. You're going to be drawing tokens, because that's kind of the name of the game for Arkham. And premium Chaos tokens are how you... I think it's the easiest way to make your Arkham experience feel cooler. There's a lot of cool things on the rest of this list that make your Arkham game better. Excuse me. But I do think that the premium Chaos tokens is the way to just make your game feel the better, the quickest. It's actually the only premium components that we use in our Arkham experience. The LCG tokens, which you can actually see just below me, those are the ones that Travis has. Travis has had them for a while. Travis loves them. I like them. Bryn likes them. I assume Bryn likes them. I actually don't know if Bryn likes them or not. But these are great tokens that are good quality. And Travis actually has gotten an additional set of them for Christmas one year, or his birthday. He got it as a gift one year. And he actually has 2 sets of it now. The big downside for premium Chaos tokens is that you have to buy... If you're going to be playing like with Bless Curse, if you're going to be playing with Frost tokens in Edge of the Earth, you're going to need additional tokens. That is just the matter-of-fact case of it. If they add additional tokens into the game in the future, and they very well might, it's a big pool of design space that they may explore. Just because they haven't done it or they seem to not be doing it for Hemlock Vale doesn't mean that it's not going to happen again in the future. So those are like the downsides of premium Chaos tokens. However, Chaos tokens are sweet. They're really cool. We actually have a set, so I actually have 3 more of them here that I'm going to show. So I've been scouring the internet, getting stuff for this videos, and I grab a bunch of the ones that I think look really cool. So there's a large variety of them. There's actually more than including here. Notably, again, the ones beneath me. These are actually the ones that I use with Eric, and I really like them. They're less premium than some of the other options that you can see here in terms of like what their make is. But they work really nice for Arkham components, and I enjoy playing with them. And I have a video where I talk about them as well as a referral link if you are interested in those ones. But as you see here, Burger Tokens is another really popular one. But premium Chaos tokens, it's kind of hard to like... If you, and also like these are gifts you can get for yourself, but if you or someone you know is playing Arkham and you're looking for an easy upgrade or an easy gift, premium Chaos tokens are kind of tough to beat. Next up, we got dashboards for your Investigator. So these are Investigator dashboards, and these, as you can see here, are basically just like a spaceship that your Investigator can sit in. And your Investigator just looks really cool while doing it. It keeps track of your health and your sanity. It keeps track of, a lot of them keep track of your actions. There's a space to put your resources. There's space to put clue tokens, other tokens that you might gain. And I really like the one, for example, on the right, roll for 6. I like that in the resource tracker. There's also one where if you have 10, 20, or 30, it has like big money decks made in mind. And those slots for the clue tokens I think are also pretty cool. Something that I actually don't think should be knocked is action markers, and I really like when premium Investigator dashboards have those. Premium Investigator dashboards are on the cheaper side from when I was searching, especially the ones that are like laser cut out of wood, like Roll for 6 is here, and I think Strata Strikes is also laser cut out of wood. So they're a nice way to upgrade a person's game if you're looking to buy a gift for an Arkham fan, and also once again for yourself. And the nice thing about these two is that they're going to stick with you forever, right? You're going to buy them and then you're going to be using them forever. And if you're only playing with 2 people, picking up 2 of them is super easy and super cheap. Really nice premium upgrade, and I think it's worth the time. Next one over here, keeping the premium upgrades going. This is going to be a lot of premium upgrades in this video, just so you all know. We got premium gameplay tokens. So like chaos tokens, these are tokens that you're going to be interacting with a lot. And the things like a good peace of mind for upgrading components is or like getting a gift to upgrade components. That's kind of like the running theme, but the whole idea is upgrading. The more you touch them, the better it is to premium upgrade them, because you're going to be using them more often than other things, right? So like you're going to be gaining resources, you're going to be getting clues, you're going to be placing doom, you're going to be taking sanity and sanity damage and physical damage. And this is a good way to make those nicer, right? Like maybe it hurts less to Ancient Evils when you're Ancient Evilings with a really nice Doom token, right? That's a good way that you could look at it. As for us and how we play, we use dice just because it works easier for us, it works easier for camera. But if I wasn't like doing this on video, I think I would enjoy premium components, especially like Doom and Clue tokens. Another really nice thing about premium gameplay tokens is the fact that you can you don't need to do it all at once, right? Like with chaos tokens, well, unlike chaos tokens, you need to like buy all of the chaos tokens at once, right? With premium gameplay tokens, you can buy, hey, I'm going to buy the Doom and Clue first, then I'm going to get horror and damage, and then I'm going to get resource tokens. It's a good way for you to like slowly upgrade your Arkham collection or get a small gift for right now and future gifts in the future without breaking your budget. I don't know what your budget is, but it's just a way that you could handle that. Next up, we got location dividers. Okay, so location dividers. These guys are my number one. If I was going to say one component that I think is like the most useful component, it's location dividers. These guys are very helpful. They sit on the board and they take away a bunch of brain space, right? Now, it might be easy to say just the locations are connected, and ultimately, yes, it is actually on the easier side to know what locations are connected to what locations. That's not that crazily difficult to do. However, sometimes the maps can get a little bit crazy. Sometimes, I don't know, your cat starts doing things, or your kid starts crying, or someone comes to the door for you to sign for a package, right? And you have to get back, and you need to just process the whole thing again, right? Location dividers are a great way for you to take that processing space out of your head and giving you more mental load to focus on the game. This is actually something that in the tabletop simulator version, now it happens automatically. And it is a lifesaver. It's a lifesaver. The nice thing as well about location dividers as a gift for Arkham players is that there's no other need for additional components after that, right? Once you get your location dividers, you don't need to like upgrade your location dividers. You don't need to, right? It's not like there's going to be new location dividers needed when a new scenario comes out. You can just adapt with what you have. The downside of location dividers is that they take up a lot of space, and sometimes you're not going to need them. And you kind of want to use your premium components, but generally I've seen location dividers be on the cheaper side, so check it out. I know Bryn has some that we used to use, but we have such limited space that we had to stop using them. But I was always happy using location dividers. Next up, we got Act Agenda stands, and also Investigator stands. So this is we're going to start to get into a few things on this list that, in my opinion, are a little bit extra. But it's hard to say no to things that are a little bit extra sometimes. As I say here in the little write-up for people who are reading, it makes your player a neater, but, you know, it's also kind of cool, right? It makes your player a neater, it's kind of cool, and you can't argue with the rule of cool. they look nice. Like, that's the biggest thing about them, right? Especially Act and Agenda stands. So this is actually, and when people in the Arkham community share their setups, the most common things I actually see are these Act and Agenda stands. So this is maybe like when I'm calling it extra, maybe I'm completely out to lunch, right? Like, maybe these are things that are actually really nice to play with, and I just don't see the point of them. However, I do think they are a great gift because of the reason that I see them all over the place, and there's actually a lot of great options on Etsy, which is where I found the majority of these components. I tried to only include each seller once in the videos, but some of them that you've already seen previously have other things. You can find out their Etsy links and browse their stores and support some, like, you know, independent creators. That's always super sick, especially around the holiday season. The best way to make their day is by doing, you know, just buying a whole set of chaos tokens. Ooh, they'd love that. Ooh, Merry Christmas, right? Maybe you can be Santa Claus. But I like these things for, like, especially like the Investigator stands too. It makes your table presence so much nicer, right? When it allows you to look at the Act and Agenda, it gets you to really see the whole Act and Agenda being a book thing. Having to move your tokens around without needing to pick up the small little mini card is also really nice. So just something for you to consider while looking at this kind of stuff. Next up, number 6, we got deck boxes. Okay, so these aren't for everybody. I'll just say that right off the bat. I'm one of those people. I don't leave my house when I'm playing Arkham. And it might be because I'm recording it here. That's probably a part of it. But a lot of people, I'd wager, just play Arkham at home. However, if you or you know someone who maybe travels to play Arkham, maybe they go to their friend's place, or maybe they go play at their local game shop, right? Or like maybe they, I don't know, travel across country and just play solo Arkham in their truck bed, right? You can look at Deckboxes as a nice gift for them. There's a large variety of Deckboxes online. There's actually even probably, I didn't search on Etsy, but there's probably also Deckboxes on Etsy that you can get. I featured 2 here as various different price points. One is the Game Genic, which they released actually for Arkham Horror, because you can see there's the Elder Sign inside and there's the Survivor logo on it. There's one in all 5 colors and then also a neutral one. I did a video on these. You can find that video in the description. And they're about like 22 or 25 bucks for each of them. And then there's the Ultra Pro ones, which, as I'm saying, as I said in the description, there's a large variety of price points available. These Ultra Pro ones, I'm pretty sure, are like $3. So it's one of those things, yeah, like gauge which would be best for you or the person you're buying with if they do travel. I like the Game Genic boxes. I'm actually using 4 of them behind me, and I gave one to Travis and Bryn each. I think they're really nice. They're not for everyone, but I think they're really nice. So if you are looking for a Dex box, consider looking at those. But also, I suggest browsing Etsy too. You might find something cool. All right. Next up, we got Premium Storage Solutions. So this stuff is, I think, kind of important. So now we're going to start getting into a few things. This and the next one are not cheap, and they're not really... Well, I'm not going to say they're not used, because the next one's used. But this one, the best thing about the storage solution is that you never interact with it, right? You use it to just, when you pull the box out, you get the cards you need, and then you say thank you. Thank you, storage box, goodbye. But as you get more and more Arkham starts taking up a lot more space. And board game collections can take up a lot of space. This is actually only like 2 of my shelves, and I have 3 more shelves running across the wall over there, and I have a whole room over there. My Arkham is actually in 3 different places right now. Arkham takes up a lot of space, and any way that you can cut back on that space is super huge and super valuable for an Arkham player. It also just makes your board game collection a little bit less stressful to look at. There's definitely ways that you can do this for cheaper. My Arkham collections is stored incredibly cheap. However, some premium boxes for storage or premium storage solutions are totally worth the price. The I Would Game one is in giant box. It's a giant box. You can get some custom stuff engraved on the top. The one from Tower Rex is really cool because they're designed to fit in revised boxes, which means that you could pick this up for multiple different of your revised boxes to keep things in, which I think is really cool. And there's a large variety of these out there as well. So if you don't want to just leave your playing cards in a paper bag, and you want to, like, or you even yourself have like a friend or significant other whose Arkham collection is kind of just everywhere, and you're like, maybe I want to spend and get them a nice little laser cut wooden box for them to store their stuff in. It's totally cool. It's totally worth it. And a big box to store your stuff in is super impressive, and you'll love pulling it out to show people. So if these interest you, once again, all of the links, everything I've shown here are going to be down in the video description. Next up, we got premium playmats. So this stuff is cool. This stuff is super neat. So the majority of these are probably going to be neoprene playmats. But they are, if you haven't played like Magic the Gathering, playmats, you put them in front of you, you put them on the table. They usually have pictures on them, as you can see here from both Roland Mats and BoardGameSolutions, that give you kind of a layout for where to put things, or sometimes they just have pretty pictures on them. What they're very helpful for, apart from organization, so both the Rolling Mats and BoardGameSolutions mats that I've put here are really good at organizing your play space and giving you the ability to kind of put things where you want to, like where you can put them and organize them. The other thing they do, though, is they make it so that it's easier to pick up cards because they're made of neoprene. You can kind of just, it's easier to grab them and pick them up. We actually have on our table that we play on, we just actually have black neoprene going across of it, and it's really nice to play on. It makes it softer, dampens the sound. It does a lot of really nice things. I like these two mats that I found. The Roland Mats one is huge. It has a play space as well, a thread area, a place for acts and agendas. It also has like an Investigator dashboard that you can put your stuff on. I like also the BoardGameSolutions one because those are just like for your own play area, which I think are also really cool. And then they also had the different colors for the different classes that you had as well. These things are usually like, they can be affordable. Sometimes they can be like, they're definitely a luxury upgrade. But I think they're a really nice gift for Arkham players. And I mean, like, if I had that Roland Mats thing, I'd probably try it out. I'd put it on the table. I mean, I wouldn't be able to do it because of how we record. But I would try it in my own time. It would maybe make me play Arkham not on camera, which is crazy. But premium playmats are super duper sweet. All right. Next up, number 9, we have books. Books. So this is our first stuff on this list that isn't like a premium component upgrade or like a storage solution or that kind of thing. This is actually just like more Arkham, baby. So my apologies if I absolutely butcher the pronunciation of the company, but Aconyte is what I'm going to go with. Aconyte, they actually have a lot of, I went to their website today, did a bunch of research. Look at me. Everyone clap for me, please. That make me feel really good. I did a bunch of research, and they have a bunch of different, like, media properties that they do these books for. And one of them, as you can see here, is Arkham Horror. And they actually have a big collection of books, and some coming up into 2024 as well. They have them available to download in an ebook format as well, which is really nice. But notably, they have a big collection, as you can see in Shadows of the Path. I believe that is Alessandra, the new investigator that's in Hemlock Vale. And on the far side of the screen, you can actually see Secrets in Scarlet, which was about the Coterie members from Scarlet Keys. And there actually is a short story in there written by M.J. Newman, who was the former head designer of Arkham Horror, the card game. So if you know someone who likes reading and likes Arkham, this is not a bad idea. This is not a bad idea. Unlike some of the old, like back in the day, Arkham Horror books were released with player cards in them. That is not the case with these. Just to curb that thought right now, these don't have those in them, but they are just, you know, literature in the Arkham Files universe, which is pretty cool. So check them out, see if you're interested. And yeah, there's, like I said, there's a lot of different book options on their website. Our last thing here, whew! Honestly, this video is longer than I thought it'd be, but that's just the Christmas spirit, right? It's all about sharing. But this last one is a little bit different, and also, I think, really cool. So, These are choose your own adventure campaign books. This one's kind of interesting to explain. So this is not something you just purchase at a store. It's not pre-made for you. You need to actually get it printed yourself. So a Reddit user, once again, if I pronounce this wrong, my apologies, but this is Markov Nakovian. They created these choose your own adventure books that they used. They had them printed professionally through a printing service like lulu.com, which once again, you can find a link to all this down in the description. But they are campaign guides in a nicer format. So they're actually in a hardcover or paperback book that you can bind them in through the printing service. And they have setup, they have resolution, they have all this stuff that you need. Markov Nakovian has a GitHub wiki that has all the information you need and a link to all of the books individually as well. And there's they even have some custom campaigns. I believe there was Alice, Dark Matter, Cyclopean that I saw there. I could be wrong about that, but those are just what I remember seeing when I was compiling all this. But they have them for all the official stuff, and it's really sweet. It's really sweet. These are things that actually, I might even look at printing for myself just to try it out. Maybe at least for Path to Carcosa, because, I love that campaign. Or even Dark Matter could be fun, because I actually have that one in physical printed. But one thing I really like about these as well is that this is a lot different than premium components. It is actually, by definition, kind of a premium component, but this is not something that I think the majority of Arkham players will have. So especially if you're looking for a gift for a friend or, significant other, or yourself again, that you play Arkham, this is a great thing to surprise them with. And the nice thing is that you can just do it at your own speed through lulu.com, and you can try it out and see if you like them. And if they like them, it's up to you to just do more. So a huge shout out to Markov Nakovian for making all this. It's really cool. I love this stuff. And with that, our list video comes to a close. 10 Christmas gifts for Arkham players. I hope you enjoyed this video and maybe got some Christmas ideas for yourself or others. I had a fun time compiling it, and I saw a lot of cool premium components. And while I'm not a guy who is really swayed by premium components, I do think that there's a lot of cool stuff for Arkham players that you can find down in the links below. Huge thank you to all of our patrons supporting the channel. If you want to get me a gift for Arkham Christmas, oh, how kind of you. You can do so by liking, commenting, subscribing, joining our Patreon, giving a super tip on the video, whatever you want to do. All of it helps. You just being here and watching is a gift enough. But thank you so much. Have a good one. And we have a bunch of Christmas videos coming for you in the Arkham sphere, as well as our usual tier lists around Christmas. So buckle up. It's December, and you know what that means. We get to sing 12 Days of Arkham Christmas again. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. And as always, a GG's.